wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network. What's going on, NBL Network? NBL Live broadcast number 217 will be coming up in just a minute. NBL Live is live right now, and man, what a great time it is to be a part of the NBL Network on Twitch, the affiliate program, as we strive towards the partnership program. We have 515 followers currently, and Lip, we have over 11,600 views in just a short time on Twitch. And for us, it might not mean a lot to a bigger channel, but to us, this is a big deal, and we are absolutely stoked about the views and followers we've gotten in this short period of time.
Yeah, it's really an amazing thing to have grown this fast in such a short period of time. We've thrown some things out there. We're trying new things all the time, and we're trying to grow this viewer base, and it keeps growing, and we're very excited about that, and we're very excited about the things that we're able to bring each week and the things that we're going to bring in the future. So I'm excited to see where that goes.
Absolutely. This is broadcast number 217. I'm joined alongside the co-commissioner of the NBL, Lip Ripper 34, double P's, but not in his gamer tag. That's an interesting story, but for another day, because honestly, I don't even know where that story goes and how you got the double P Lip. It just looks better, though, right? With double P's, I guess.
Somehow it just looks better. It's just Lip.
Unisolated behind the scenes, pulling the strings for us right now. Do we have the Chiefs Seahawks thumbnail on the screen right now? Long response, waiting for the producer. All right. What did we have on before? Nothing. Web3cast.com is our graphic sponsor for tonight. Go to web3cast.com for affordable graphics for all your creative needs. It was just on the screen. It might not be on the screen now, but you get the deal. Web3ks.com. Very easy spelling and very easy to work with. He can get you graphics, PSDs, whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for something high quality, if you're looking for something really in depth, or if you're just looking for something simple and clean, he can pretty much get it done for you for an affordable price. And if you let him know that the NBL sent you, you will save 15%. That's right, Lip, 15%. Web3cast.com. Affordable graphic design for all your creative needs. You can also find him on Twitter at allbusiness. Exactly how it sounds, even though that's going to be very tough for you. All right, we got Chiefs versus the Seahawks right now. Big game. Seahawks at home, 8-6. The Chiefs 9-5. Player to watch for the Seattle Seahawks tonight, DeMarco Bradford, linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks. Lip, give us a little insight to the impact we expect from DeMarco Bradford tonight.
Well, he's a quick linebacker. He's always moving across the field. He's really able to pick up the first movements of the offense really quick, and that's just something that you don't really talk about the defense about these Seahawks much anymore. It's just one of those things. They were a really good defense. Players came and went, and now they're left with Bradford. But he's had a great season so far, 13 sacks, 2 games left in this season, 4 interceptions. Not quite the greatest season, but a really good season there for Bradford.
Absolutely. DeMarco Bradford looking to lead the Seattle Seahawks, who've already clinched the NFC West. They're the best in the West right now, as they would say. Seattle does it again. NBM is the division winner. You can find those division championships on MaddenBomberly.com. Guys, if you're in the NBL and Grid right now, make sure we're tagging guys in Grid and the NBL. Let's get our whole entire crew in here. Show some support for this upcoming NBL live game. Chiefs on the other side. Tyreek Hill, wide receiver. That's our player to watch for broadcast number 217. On the Kansas City side, let us know, Lip, what do we expect from Tyreek Hill today, and what do we expect from him for the Chiefs to have a chance to win this game on the road?
Well, Tyreek Hill has always been that guy that's very fast, and he's fast as lightning, 5'10", coming out of college, out of Western Alabama. And this guy for the last 4 seasons has been putting up some great numbers, over 1,000 yards each of the last 3 seasons, just around 750 yards right now. But the big thing, the big question is that he only has 4 touchdowns on the season right now for the Chiefs, and that's kind of been the big question. Can the Chiefs put up the numbers to go along with the defense that has been pretty good over the years in Kansas City? So that's the big question. Can they get Tyreek Hill the football in the end zone tonight?
Lip, you are really close to your mic right now. And is anybody else noticing that Lip is really Close to his mic. Hashtag Lip close to the mic. Pause. Give us in the chat. Let us know. Maybe it's just me, Lip.
Seems like you're typically just you.
Usually. Yeah, that's probably. Hey, man, I'm not going to be afraid to admit it. I think that's absolutely true. Obviously, we're on. Put the thumbnail back on the screen. We're ready for score predictions tonight. I got the Kansas City Chiefs. They're in dire mode. They need this W to stay alive in this playoff hunt. They're fighting with the Baltimore Ravens. They're 9-5. They got to win. Seahawks are just cruising. They're just cruising right now. They're cruising, and I think they might be cruising for a bruising because I think the Chiefs are going to come away with the victory tonight on the road. I'm going to say 24-10. The Chiefs over the Seahawks. Lip, tell me how I'm wrong, or tell me how I'm right.
I think that this is going to come down to the turnover game, and TJ Logan has to show up for these Chiefs. He's really gone complete ghost the last couple of times that he's been on NBL Live, and I think that it's going to happen once again. We talked about DeMarco Bradford, linebacker for the Seahawks, so I think he's going to shut down TJ Logan. James Trzelzik's going to have some trouble, and that's going to lead the Seahawks taking the victory 21-13.
All right, we're both taking the Chiefs over the Seahawks right now. Gub in the chat, current member. Whoa. Why did I say current member of the NBL Champions Club saying the Chiefs 27-20. Motor, Seattle's going to take this one 24-14. Z-Star not even giving a prediction, just a bunch of emojis, of course. I really hate Mark saying 31-17 Seahawks. I'm Double A. Big shout out to Double A, one of the top 5, I believe, in grid. If not, I apologize for hyping you up. Seattle wins 31-24. So a little back and forth. Little Fish, the owner of the New York Giants in the NBL, saying 31-21 Seattle. Fella Blitz saying 24-10 Seahawks. He took my score and flipped it around, Lip. Not sure how I'm feeling about that, but maybe he knows more than me. He does run the Dean's List for the Bleacher Report. And Draco in the chat saying Chiefs 53, Seahawks -4. An interesting perspective there from the Kansas City Chiefs owner. Wouldn't expect anything less, but we got to get down to the game right now. I'll be calling the play-by-play. Lip will be doing the color commentary. Next to me and behind the scenes, likely fumbling and tripping and stumbling over the strings, will be unisolated. But let's hit that intro real quick and give a big shout-out to Rex Dixon. We're about to see him in a second.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Craig Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the MBLN Network.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He is looking, deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches and makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow. That big playmaker ability as he finds him again
into the end zone. Another touchdown.
And here we go, broadcast number 217, brought to you by web3cast.com. Affordable graphics for all your creative needs. If you missed the pregame show, I'm sorry for you. Missed some good information and some great stuff that we might be getting to later. We also have a bonus coverage, as it said in the thumbnail. We have bonus coverage tonight. I believe it is the Arizona Cardinals taking on who, Lip? Do you know who the bonus coverage is going to be?
That would be the Rams. Cardinals versus Rams bonus coverage.
Oh, is it Rams? Let me ask my producer, see what's up. Cardinals versus Rams is going to be the bonus coverage tonight, guys, so make sure you stick around. If this game gets out of hand, we get to see the sweet red. I know me and Lip are partial to that Kansas City red color. I absolutely love it. It just stands out, man. I just love that red color for the Kansas City Chiefs uniforms. For anything less, just watch for the Kansas City Chiefs uniforms, Lips. When they're on NBL Live, that's just a big deal to me.
Yeah, I've always somebody asked me on a Commish Corner show one time who my second favorite team would be, and I picked the Chiefs just because I like the color red. So definitely a good team to have on NBL Live.
Chiefs quarterback dropping back, finding the man, the myth, the legend. I believe that's Tyreek Hill, number 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. He picks up nearly 10 yards on that reception. He is our player to watch for the Kansas City Chiefs. Expect a big game out of him. If they win, he needs to go for about 100 yards, maybe a touchdown or two. And Lip, I know who your second favorite team is. Do you know who mine was? I've said it multiple times. If I wasn't the Detroit Lions and I wasn't a Lions fan, who would I be a fan of? Let's see if Lip knows this little commissioner trivia right now.
I actually think you stumped me here. I really do not know. I do not.
It actually is the Carolina Panthers out route to the right side. Chiefs quarterback Straskelski, whatever his name is, out route wide open against cover one. You got to make those throws, Lip. Those are big time opportunities for the Chiefs that they just kind of started missing on later in this season.
Yeah, and that's been the big question here with Straskelski being 68% completion percentage. He's a little bit down from the previous 2 years at 76 and 75%, so that's not a good way to start the game.
And here we go, picking up 3rd and inches. Are we going to see a little TJ Logan sighting? No. Dropping back, looking over the middle of the field, nowhere to go, but then finds his man. Big hit. Tyreek Hill can't hold on to it. That's number 53, laying the wood out for the Seattle Seahawks, and now it's 4th and inches. So you get yourself a nice pickup on 1st down, get a 2nd and inches, 3rd and inches, can't convert. And this seems to be the plaguing story for this Kansas City Chiefs franchise, led by owners Rocco. They just have a really hard time moving the chains.
Yeah, and the big question is why they're going so pass heavy right now. They're 5th in rushing, which is kind of questionable because we've talked about TJ Logan. So to see them so pass heavy to start this game is kind of a question to me.
Absolutely, and here we go, 1st and 10. They're going to start the ball on their own 26-yard line. That is the NFC West division champion Seattle Seahawks. What do you expect from Russell Wilson and crew tonight here in Week 16 NBL Season 31?
Well, I expect Russell Wilson to play a lot better than he has over the past couple of games here. So far this year, Russell Wilson's completing 70% of his throws, 20 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, a QBR of 114, so he's actually playing pretty well. I just need him to be a leader, and they need to be able to establish a run game to allow Russell Wilson to do the creative things that he does as a quarterback.
Texas route out the backfield. They pick up 9. It's going to be 2nd and inches. Are we going to see a little deja vu here? We're going to find out. Bradford in the backfield. The halfback for the Seattle Seahawks going to be play action. Russell Wilson looking down the field. Nice man coverage, but he's got over the top on the right side, and he's got space. That's Holloway all day. Holloway, touchdown Seattle. Too easy for the Seattle Seahawks to come away with that one.
Yeah, Holloway there, 49 receptions on the year, 910 yards, and 7 touchdowns. That marks his 8th. He has really taken over as the #1 receiver. Allen Robinson kind of taking a back seat there in Seattle, but Francis Holloway, just another great receiver out there, and he showed the speed to get over the top of the defense on that play.
Yeah, nice speed right there, nice execution. Russell Wilson looks deep, and it just kind of sells out for the Kansas City Chiefs, and this is how their hopes have been going, but special teams looking a little bit better, getting down to the 35-yard line. Nice return by number 82, Kansas City Chiefs, former Dwayne Bowe number. Any interesting Dwayne Bowe facts do you have for us tonight, Lip?
I do remember that Dwayne Bowe was a popular fantasy football name because people would say over Dwayne Bowe. That is my Dwayne Bowe fact.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Handoff number 28. He's got all kinds of space, and guess what? Looks like it's going to be 2nd and inches. TJ Logan gets 10 yards, but I would guess once again on the second drive, second time getting the ball, they're 2nd and inches. Do they pick up this 1st down now? I mean, they didn't get it last time. 2nd and inches failed. 3rd and inches failed. Did they just run it again with TJ Logan and try to pick this up?
That's what I would do, but the thing is, TJ Logan right there had one guy in that hole to make miss, and he just didn't even make a move. He didn't attempt a move. He just ran straight into the defender and was tackled. So I'm not too confident in this short yard situation.
And we're getting a whole lot of Trent Richardson early in this game to the flat. He picks up the 1st down, so he runs for 10, well, nearly 10. It ends up being a 2nd and inches, and they finally move the chains. Kansas City in a must-win game. If they win, they stay alive against the Baltimore Ravens. That's who they're going head-to-head with for that number 6 spot in the AFC wild card, which the AFC is locked up. All they have is that 6th spot available. You got the Rams and the Chiefs. Steelers play the Ravens, the Ravens and the Chiefs. Steelers play the Ravens Week 17, so that could easily go Steelers' way. And then the Chiefs just got to win out, and they're going to be in. Handoff to the left side. Here goes TJ Logan down to the 48-yard line. What do you think about the Chiefs' chances? Is this a real possibility here, them to come out and win this game and then win Week 17 and find themselves in that 6th wildcard spot that they haven't been able to do this entire cycle?
Yeah, absolutely. With the Ravens taking a loss last night to the Browns, that puts the Chiefs in the position that they can control, their best chances up until the point where the Ravens will play the Steelers. That's a tough game. for the Ravens. So I think if the Chiefs just keep their head down, play their game, and they will be able to actually sneak in there if the Ravens can't pull off a win in Week 17.
Single back formation, play action, looking to the right side, got space, got time, and that's going to be fine. Nice pass to the right side. That's Tyreek Hill, and he is our player to watch for the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm going to say player to watch every time he makes a play because it only seems fitting that this guy is pretty much the engine of this Kansas City offense.
Yeah, great patience there by the quarterback. Saw that Tyreek Hill was coming across the field, saw a linebacker dropping back right into that initial window, just waited a little bit longer for Hill to get outside the numbers and hit him right there, and Hill once again comes up with a great catch.
D-Star in the chat asking, who do the Chiefs play Week 17? I actually knew it's the Oakland Raiders. They're going to play OSU and the Oakland Raiders, who get an opportunity to play spoiler. Shotgun formation, dropping back, looking to the right side, out route, off again. Two easy out routes. And when I say easy out routes, I mean no press coverage, Lip. Soft coverage, breaks on the out route, wide open. Chiefs quarterback sets his feet, Straselski rips into it, and just off point. That is not going to get it done here for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, just a little afraid there, and I don't understand why. Like you said, no press coverage. It's cover one. There's nobody over the top. On that side of the field, you've got one-on-one coverage. He's got to be able to hit that throw and let his receiver make a move and get into the end zone.
Stelzik taking his time, getting down to the 20-yard line, but it is broken up by number 35, and it's going to be a 3rd and 10 for the Chiefs at the 27. Not much space behind him as Gordon makes a play on the ball. Nice defensive play by the Seahawks. They're playing a very bend, don't break kind of defense. You're going to find a lot more opportunities with a lot of field behind you than you are when you get into these closed, really tight field positions for the Kansas City Chiefs. They could be in trouble here. Expect a screen or a draw from Kansas City.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird play right there. They let that halfback go out into the middle of the field. The tight end was going out to the right side, so there was linebackers all over the place to cover that halfback.
And here we go. He whips it to the right side. That's number 81, Straselski. Yep. Chiefs quarterback makes a nice throw to the right side. They got 63 total yards of offense right now, and 51 yards of that is passing. So not much TJ Logan as Chris Janty makes a nice catch. One catch for 15 yards. That was a little too easy to pick up that first down. 2 rushes, 8 passes. We need see a little bit more Trent Richardson, a.k.a. TJ Logan, on this drive. Shotgun formation. TJ Logan to the right side. You might call him Trent Richardson. I'm calling him TJ Logan for this play and this play only. Hand off to the left side. He's back to Trent Richardson. Nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss of 2 as Trent Richardson, the alter ego of TJ Logan, shines his little head out a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what TJ Logan kind of does, and that's that play right there is kind of why he's got all of that background Trent Richardson talk. So he's definitely a player to watch, but not in a good way.
Here we go again, 2nd and 12. I said this is only their 3rd rush out of 8 passes, so this is a team that has been passing the ball, but it's running time. They're going right back, but this time to number 34 because he's going to gain the yards that TJ Logan just lost, and now they're in a 3rd and 10. The same situation they were at when it was 1st and 10. 12-yard line. What do you do here, Lip? This has to be a screen. This reads screenplay all over it.
Yeah, it has to be something safe. You can't be in this tight position. Only got 12 yards of space, and you've got a good defense on the other side of the ball there, so you can't put too much pressure on a quarterback who hasn't been making the most accurate throws tonight.
Watch the tight end Bollinger here. TJ Logan back in the game, number 28, split to the right, dropping back, looking over the middle of the field, not there. He should take off running. He should take off running or just take the sack. Down goes the Chiefs quarterback, and I'm going to pretend I can pronounce it one more time. I've got some help from OSU. Strazelczyk. Is that wrong?
Now you've got me messed up. Strazelczyk. Okay. Chiefs quarterback.
How about we just call him Gillette? What would Dr. Disrespect call him? Gillette?
I guess
the best
somehow I thought I had it down at the beginning of the show, and now I'm...
let me go back to my, he actually pronounced it for me. Let me see. Strazelczyk. Yeah,
It's easy when you break it down, and when you try to put it together, it's a mess.
Strazelczyk. Thanks, Madden. Appreciate this name. And then they're going to tell me that you can just edit the names. So, here we are with Strazelczyk. All right, Chiefs 3, Seattle Seahawks 7. Seattle gets the ball here. Chiefs, defense has been pretty good this season. Not the normal Draco defense as far as turnovers, but we have been seeing them able to get pressure. But the Seattle team just beat them deep on that first drive. Quick 7-0. It looks like they're going to set up a little I formation here. Maybe go to a little ground and pound. They do have a number 21 in the backfield. He is electric. I believe his name is Bradford. He got the ball up the middle. He's got some space. Gets down. Picks up 10 yards. That's going to be a first down. 1 carry. 12 yards for Bradford. Is that DeMarco Bradford?
Derek Bradford.
Derek Bradford. And
Derek Bradford's another halfback. If he just got the attempts, he would be up there with Bryant Vance. He's averaging 7.9 yards per carry, but only 121 attempts. Maybe some injuries, maybe some mix-up in the backfield, but just not getting the carries. But he is electric on the ground.
Absolutely. Bradford has been a halfback plagued by injuries. Looking over the right side, kind of squeezes it in there, almost picked up by Kansas City. And I'm going to try it again. Schick. Even though it doesn't matter right now, I'm trying to get my reps in, guys. You got to get your reps in as a broadcaster here to get it right. Strazelczyk. I can't. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to do it. That might be a name we might look at changing. 2nd and 10 here for the Seattle Seahawks. Chiefs quarterback has looked okay. Russell Wilson has had one big play. 2nd and 10. Let's see if they get something going here. Maybe a screen to Bradford or something underneath. Watch man coverage. You got the corner route on the right side to Granville. Here we go. Shotgun formation, dropping back, looking over the middle of the field. Takes the flat. I called it early, and I called it quick. Bradford with a weird spin gets down to the 48-yard line. Did I not call that throw to the flat? I had a feeling Russell was going to bail out of that play really quickly.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do to keep the drive alive. You can't always be looking downfield. Some people look too far down the field, and they don't take what's just sitting right in front of them. And Russell Wilson did a good thing right there.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Remember, this game is brought to you by Web3Cast.com. Affordable graphics for all your creative needs. Derek Bradford in the backfield. Number 3, Russell Wilson is still around in Seattle because he's got a big contract. He's not going anywhere. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere really to go. Doesn't win the tackle battle. 2 rushes for 14 yards and a 2-yard gain there for Bradford. And you're approaching that, slightly past midfield area lip. This is where teams that are elite make big plays, and this is where teams that aren't kind of find themselves defeated and punting the ball.
Yeah, not even a big play, but one solid play puts you at least into field goal range, and that's what the good teams do. They at least get points on every single drive. They don't turn the ball over a lot, and with a solid running back in Bradford, they have a lot of potential to control this game.
Here we go. Tight formation is going to be a counter to the right side. Bradford looking for room, finds a little bit of room, and then just stopped by number 24. Holding them down. 3rd and 1. Should be an easy pickup for Seattle, but if we know anything about this pesky Draco defense, 3rd and 1s are what this team lives by. This is kind of their identity, their lifeblood. This is how they can get you off the field. Don't be surprised if the Draco defense, once we get into the 2nd quarter here, gets a big stop here.
Yeah, and that's the one limitation by Bradford is that he's not going to be able to power through and pick up those small extra yards right there. Some other running backs around the league would have picked that up, but now they're in a 3rd and 1 situation because Bradford can make a lot of moves, but he's not going to be the power guy right up the middle.
Eric G in the chat saying Bradford slipping and sliding past defenders. Well, that's why he has the nickname Slip and Slide. Or is that bananas before he was scrubbing his... And here we go. Single back formation here for Russell Wilson with Bradford in the backfield. He's going to have a man in motion, but no. The Chiefs putting on aggressive. Are you kidding me? Dante Fowler Jr., former Jacksonville Jaguar, goes offside. So you don't even give your defense an opportunity there, Lip. What's the deal with that? Why would Kansas City, the defensive coordinator, decide to get so aggressive on the defensive line?
Yeah, the aggressive play calling doesn't make a lot of sense to me whenever Russell Wilson hasn't really shown that he can make the big plays consistently. He's got one big play so far tonight. Other than that, I don't really see the reason why you need to be so aggressive right now. So that makes no sense to me. Picks up an easy 1st down just on a mindless penalty.
And Jug in the chat saying Russ gets them the jump. Absolutely. And people are upset in the chat right now. They can't believe it. You got to drag to the left side, but they're going over top of the middle against the cover 3. Don't throw a post. First a cover 3, I get it. It kind of looked like a cover 2 before the ball was hiked, but that safety on the left side, if you're facing the defense, rotates to the middle of the field and makes a play on the ball. Russ has to be smarter than that and just have a little bit more patience, or maybe throw that route a little bit earlier once it breaks behind the linebackers. But people are upset about that jumping off the sides. They're wondering what Kansas City was doing there and why they didn't give their defense an opportunity.
Yeah, they're usually a good enough defense that they don't need to be that aggressive. They play the outside, those purple zones of flats very well. In that short yardage situation, you defend against the run. Everything else that you've done against the pass preparation puts you in a good position, so I still don't understand it.
Pass preparation, that's going to be a slogan for tonight. Hashtag pass preparation. Little post route to the right side, gets broken up in man coverage. I thought he had his man beat. And just great defense. You know, there's always those defenders, Lip, that can guard you, before the ball is passed, stay with the defender. And then there's those ones that just make up a lot of speed, a lot of space, when the ball's in the air. And that's what you saw from Kansas City corner right there. Here we go, screenplay. No, he decides to go underneath. I thought he had the screenplay open, doesn't take it. 3rd and 10 is going to put them at a 4th and about 4 on the 29-yard. Is going to be a field goal here for Seattle. But let's go back to that previous play. Talk about some great man coverage corners for the Kansas City Chiefs, especially on that right side.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They were in a cover 1 man there. The cornerback actually did look beat, but there's something about those long receivers that are able to pick up a step late in the route and then stretch their arms out and just get in there enough to break up the pass, and that's exactly what you saw there from the Chiefs defense.
Absolutely. Size and just overall ability to stretch out that run, and it's really nice when you have that on the defensive side of the ball. As the ball gets down to the 27, a little bit of buffering right now. We're going to get that fixed out and get that smooth out for y'all as our network director does come back I think he comes back Wednesday, Thursday. A couple computer issues with him we're trying to get fixed out as well. That's why you haven't seen his mug on the screen so much right now. But here we go, single back formation. That's Chiefs quarterback dropping back, looking to the left side, doesn't like it, then gives it to him, floats a drag over top of the defense somehow. Very risky throw in man coverage for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they do it all, Lip, to pick up 1 yard.
Yeah, but it was very risky, and that's not the kind of risk that I want to take for 1 yard. So very questionable there. A lot of questionable things coming from the Kansas City Chiefs offense right now.
Here we go. Straselzik is in the backfield right now. You got Bollinger in the slot. It's going to be a play action. Nice cut block there from TJ Logan, and they find a man. There goes that man, number 81, doing it again down to the 44-yard line. Straselzik making the throws, making the play, 6 for 10, 80 yards. Nice pass again to Jainty, who picks up another big catch. So we're seeing Jainty and Tyreek Hill making plays right now offensively for the Kansas City Chiefs, but it's back to that same part. I stress this. As you get past that midfield, this is where good teams or great teams are really divided. If you're a good team, maybe you limp into a field goal here. If you're a great team, you make it to that next level and you approach the red zone.
Yeah, Janty there, 765 yards on the season, only 3 touchdowns. Not a lot of passing touchdowns here, with Janty having 3 and Tyreek Hill having 4. So big questions there for Kansas City.
And down goes Straselzik. That was a nice tackle right there, but all the time in the world, these quarterbacks, we always talk about that internal clock going off. The internal clock had to be going off. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, yet he stayed like a fish out of water, just dead in the center of the pocket. Did not like that from the quarterback, and an injury happened on the field, but it wasn't Straselzik, as number 9 is feeling fine. He's still in the game, 2nd and 16. Let's see what they can do. TJ Logan in the backfield, a little block and release. They look over the middle of the field. They find their man, Janty, again, down to the 42. So they're kind of approaching that little crevice of a field goal. Maybe need another yard or two, depending on the win, but 3rd and 7. What do you think Chiefs come out and do here on this down and distance?
I think the Chiefs need to look to some type of flood concept to the outside. The cover 3, throwing post in the middle of that has not worked for them so far. So get something on the outside where the linebacker has to make a decision and then hit your open guy.
Got an out route on the right side potentially here for the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of soft coverage over there. Nope, he doesn't take advantage of it. He's looking over the middle and just dots it right over to Tyreek Hill down to the 15-yard line. And that was one of those throws, a little basketball reference. When you're guarding, you're in between your man and the ball, right? You're guarding both. You got peripheral vision and you're all on top of your man, and the guy just throws the ball to you and you just kind of pause because you're thinking to yourself, no, he didn't just throw that, did he? That's not happening right there, and that's what you saw, a little hesitation from that yellow zone because, man, that was kind of a risky business throw for the number 9 quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and that's a great play design. You got a guy underneath, kind of pull that linebacker down. You've got the tight end going up the field to push the safety back, and then you've got Tyreek Hill coming into the open zone, and it makes a good throw. Tight throw, kind of risky, but a nice throw.
And there goes Bobby Wagner, still getting it done. I think after how old is Bobby Wagner at this point? 32? 33? He wants to go by Robert Wagner now. He doesn't want to be called Bobby anymore. Just call me Robert Wagner because he's getting old. He's getting into that professional style of his life. And he doesn't want to be called Bobby anymore. And he's still out there making plays, even though he's lost and regressed on the speed. But here goes Logan up the middle. He's got space, a little juke on the safety, gets him down to the 10-yard line. Best run of the game, maybe of his career. We'd have to check Trent Richardson's YouTube highlights, but man, that's right up there. 3rd and 5 here for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what I didn't see the very first drive from TJ Logan there. He had an opportunity to make a move, to make the safety miss, and he didn't do it. But right there, he made a move, picked up some extra yards, and put them in a manageable 3rd and 5.
Everybody's at the line of scrimmage right now. We see about 9 in the box, looking over the middle of the field and just decides to bail out on a quick throw. Stelzic got to be better than that. I don't like that throw. The quick one read is not ever a good option. When you see all those guys in the box, I want to get something over top of them or kind of let them sit right back into their zone. Here we go. The field goal is going to make this potentially a 4-point game. The kick is up. It is good for the Kansas City Chiefs as they are only down 4 points now, 10-6, with their playoff hopes riding on the line right now. And the Seattle Seahawks with the lead, 2:48 left in the second. How aggressive are you if you're Seattle right now?
I would just keep doing the same things that the Seattle's been doing. They're not passing great. They've had one good pass play. It was a touchdown, but other than that, Russell Wilson is struggling, which we kind of expected against a good Chiefs defense. But I want to go back to that play there. You talk about that one quick read. There was nothing else over the middle to push any zones deep. Nobody to bring linebackers down. It was just a tight end over the middle, real short, real quick, and the defense was absolutely all over it. I'm seeing tons of that happening tonight, and I think that's something that the Chiefs need to work out.
And the Chiefs defense all over Derek Bradford as he's 4 rushes, 17 yards right there, loses 3 on the play. Big opportunity here for the Kansas City defense to show us a little sign of life and give their offense an opportunity to get back on the field, or even better, create a turnover and get some points on the board and give this team the lead. We'll see what happens here. 2nd and 13 as Seattle's on their own 15-yard line. This is broadcast number 217. NBL's in their season 31. This is week 16. Chiefs 9-5, looking for that wild card spot. Seahawks 8-6. Play action. Russ looking over the middle. No, he's looking to the flat. There's going to be a flag coming out. Is that holding lip? Are we bringing that back? Because Derek Bradford's laying some great jukes right now as he gets down. It is holding on Webster. It's going to be brought back to the 8-yard line. Going to be a 2nd and 21. A nice little throw to the flat right there against a 3-buzz sting press. And the way you beat 3-buzz sting press is do exactly what Russell Wilson just did. Wow.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So far tonight, we've seen a lot of throws to the flats other than that one deep pass from Russell Wilson that was a touchdown. Sometimes it works out for you. Sometimes it puts you in 3rd and longs. And now with that holding call, it's really tough because if you have a turnover here, that puts the Chiefs, that gives the Chiefs a whole new breath of life.
Shotgun formation, Russell Westbrook. Wilson takes it to the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 2nd and 21 for Seattle. Kind of slow played that one. Wasn't interested in hiking the ball before the 2-minute warning, excuse me. Up 10-6, kind of backed up here, 2nd and 21, Lip. Don't turn it over. I mean, that's what I'm saying with Seattle. Take the 4-point lead. You're playing a team that's struggling to put points on the board. So when you can just stop them and only allow them 3, being up 4 points is essentially a 2-possession game. Am I right, Lip?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Russell Wilson has not passed the ball very well so far tonight, so you can't afford a turnover down here on your own 8-yard line.
And yet again, he rips it over the middle, doesn't wait for the corner route to break. Maybe the internal clock going off a little early for Russell Wilson. 3rd and 9, 19-yard line. Kansas City still has 2 timeouts. Biggest 3rd down of the game here for Kansas City. If they can get them off the field, their offense is going to have an opportunity with fairly good ball position and 2 timeouts. So this is a win-win for the Kansas City if they can get off the field.
Yeah, and the Seahawks have to know that. They can't force a turnover right here. They just have to play it smart.
And there they go, throw over the middle, and there's the drop. They didn't have to burn the timeout. See, and if I'm Seattle right there, and I've kind of struggled throwing the ball, I hit one big play early in the game. We haven't seen much really picking up a 3rd and 9. I'd kind of maybe think, man, let's just kind of run the ball here, and let's make them burn another timeout, not give them 2 timeouts. But instead, Seattle passes it over the top. Doesn't happen. Number 82, I mentioned Dwayne Bowe earlier. That's not him. As you can tell, spin move to go nowhere. They're at the 29, and there was an opportunity there, Lip, for probably another 15 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. And back to that 3rd down play. The defense was in a dime coverage, and you had that great running back out there in Bradford. I would have taken that opportunity to run the ball there. Like you said, keep the clock moving. Still have a chance to pick it up, but you don't risk turning the ball over in an interception way. But just, once again, not throwing the ball well tonight for Russell Wilson. Just kind of questionable all around for the Seahawks.
And here we go, 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. You got TJ Logan in the backfield, Stelzic in shotgun formation. Tyreek Hill on the right side. Here we go. He's looks like a screenplay to the halfback. He gets it off. TJ Logan finds a way, but Roberto Wagner says, not today. Only a 2-yard gain. And man, I haven't seen Bobby Wagner look this good since their Super Bowl run, NBL season 26-27. But man, 16 weeks into this season, if you told me he'd be flying around like this feels like a week one kind of Bobby Wagner routine, but we're getting it right now. Hold that thought real quick, Lip. Shotgun formation as the high-octane Kansas City Chiefs offense gets to the line quick, but still kind of taking their time. 18 seconds on the play clock. Dropping back, looking over the middle of the field. He's got his man, and you know what it is? Number 88 finds his way into field goal range. I believe he's at the 41. This is where they burn the timeout. 43 seconds left. But how good does Bobby Wagner look? Before we talk about that nice throw and step up from the Chiefs quarterback.
Yeah, I think the big thing about Bobby Wagner was he was hurt most of last year. Only 9 tackles last year, no sacks, no interceptions. This year comes back, 30 tackles, 3 sacks, 5 interceptions. So he's got a lot of time to get refreshed there, and you can see that now playing at 32 years old for this defense.
Shotgun formation. Watch Bollinger, the tight end. He's standing up, number 89 on the right side. They're looking over the middle of the field. Doesn't like what he sees. Stays in the middle. Wow, lost it over the middle. Number 81, JT, with another spectacular catch. And in traffic, holds on to that pass. And the Chiefs are in a no huddle here with 1 timeout left. And the clock is ticking down to 28. They're going to spike the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on the Seattle 19-yard line. Nice pitch and catch, but a little dangerous for me.
Yeah, and that was a deep cover 2, or cover 3 with the linebacker deep in the middle of the field, and I do think that was Bobby Wagner. So I think going with Janty across the middle there, just because of the difference in speed and athleticism, Bobby Wagner's gotten a little up there in age. I think that was the difference. Just a little bit of athleticism for the wide receiver was the difference to come up with that play, because a couple years ago, Bobby Wagner would have intercepted that pass.
Yeah, he's found the fountain of youth for a couple plays, but in the end of the day, he's still 32, 33 years old. Shotgun formation, a little hike. It looks like they got the, is that the offense offside? It's going to be the defense. Neutral zone infraction for the defense. That's 5 yards. 2nd and 5 here for Kansas City. They're getting closer. I don't know how much that helps them, Lip. I mean, 19 kind of gives you a little bit of an opportunity to get over top of the linebackers between the safeties. At the 14, you kind of take that away. I kind of like this for Seattle staying in this aggressive defensive mindset.
Yeah, a lot of the times when you shorten the field like this, it takes away space, and that's a big problem for a lot of quarterbacks in this league.
Double A gap. He's looking over the right side. That should have been picked, but it wasn't, and it's dropped. Wow, I thought the safety was tracking that. It was a cover 3 cloud show, too. That means they're going to show 2 high safeties there. The safeties are going to roll, and essentially it becomes a cover 3. It didn't seem like Kansas City really picked up on that. Strzelczyk says, hey, I'm ripping it on that seam regardless of if it rolls into a cover 3 or not, and that's exactly what happened. And, man, the impression that it was open, but that was a bad read that could have been intercepted.
Yeah, and even if it is the cover 2 that he's looking for, that doesn't really have a lot of options other than that seam, and they're still going to be throwing it into coverage, and that was just a tight window, and he was able to hit it, but it couldn't come up with the completion.
They still got 1 timeout. They go underneath. OSU in the chat, our NBL Network director says, don't be afraid to go underneath and get out of bounds or even burn that last timeout. You still got 18 seconds left. That means even with a sack, you still can get to the line, spike the ball, and get your field goal off. So nice play right there. They pick up the first down. Now they're on the 8-yard line. What kind of trick plays you got in the bag here for Kansas City? That's the question we got to ask right now.
I don't have any confidence in them to run trick plays because they can't run normal plays with a whole lot of confidence.
Whoa.
They've got 2 shots at the end zone here.
2 shots on the end zone. No timeouts. 18 seconds left. They're playing for their playoff lives. And anytime that Kansas City has been playing for their playoff life, it has not ended well for Kansas City this Madden cycle.
Terribly.
Let's see if they can change a little bit of the momentum right now. Watch Tyreek Hill, our player to watch for broadcast number 217. He's in the slot on the right side. It looks like a lot of guys in the box right now, dropping back, looking over the middle of the field, wide open, finds his man, and he's toe tapping and slapping. Tyreek Hill, number 10, picks up the touchdown. So Lip, oh, they're going to review it right now. We're going to overturn this? No, that's got to be good. That looked good. Okay, it's upheld on a little home cooking had me scared for a second, but what a dot from Strzelczyk to Tyreek Hill. Beautiful, beautiful pass. And Lip, about them not being able to run normal plays. I mean, that was pretty extraordinary.
Well, you're throwing almost a jump ball kind of situation to Tyreek Hill there, and at 5'10", somehow he's able to come up with it. That doesn't spell confidence for the Chiefs. That tells me that the Seattle defense had absolutely no idea what was going on. That's kind of terrible to me. A team that's really been proud on their defensive side of the ball, they allowed that to happen. But the Chiefs are now up 13-10.
13-10 against the team that really has 70% of its total points right now. from an all-out bomb on the first drive of the game. I believe it was second down. They decided to go over the top for basically a one-on-one go-getter, beater, streak over the top for a touchdown. We haven't seen much life from the Seattle Seahawks offense so far. They're just going to kneel it out here, and we're going to go to halftime.
So that's the big thing. Russell Wilson has not thrown the ball well at all. The defense of the Chiefs has been very good. Other than that one bomb that you've talked about, the Seahawks really haven't had anything. They haven't been able to get the run game going. The runs have been decent, but they're not really committing to the ground game. I think if they mix in more runs, get Bradford rolling, that will be a better way to win for the Seahawks. But throwing the ball, it's really not getting the job done today.
We always talk on Commissioner Corner Podcast. You can find the new episode on youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. It was our 39th episode as we approach our 40th episode. We always talk about one thing that's important for every team to have. It's an identity. Whether you're a good team, a great team, middle of the road team, a poor team, very bad team, got to have an identity. Whatever it is, you have to have one. You can't play this in between. I don't really do anything particularly well, and the things I do well, I don't go to enough. That's what I'm seeing with Seattle right now. They need to be a wheels on the bus, go ground and pound team, and they're going to start it off with Bradford up the middle as he continues to shed another tackle, picks up about 3. It's going to be a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7, and right there, Lip, that's a 1-yard gain that Bradford slips and slides. They call him slip and slide. Finds his way for 3 yards.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing that I kind of called out earlier and said he wasn't that great at, but that's one of those Le'Veon Bell type runs, one of those Bryant Vance type things where they always find a way to fall forward and pick up extra yards, and that's why the guy is averaging almost 8 yards per carry.
Absolutely, and a little out route to the left side. What Strzelczyk has struggled to complete 2 out routes. Russell Wilson seems to say, hey, let me show you how it's done. A little out to the left side with no pressure, easy peasy. First down there on the 39-yard line, approaching that midfield territory. The next couple plays, it might be at midfield, and that's where we've really noticed in this game a slowdown and a halt in offense for the Seattle Seahawks. Strong formation. You're going to see a toss here to the right side incoming. Let's see if they get a big game here to the speedy halfback. Toss to the right side. He's got some space. He gets to the edge. One man to beat. He jukes him inside and just leaves him on the ground, and the face mask goes uncalled. Wow, what a juke there from Derek Bradford. Hello, sir, and I'm saluting you from afar because that was a big-time move right there as he cut back inside.
If he could pick up one more block there from, I believe, the tight end, he is going to the house, and the Seahawks are going to take the lead, but just wasn't able to get it done. But that's what I want to see more of. I want to see more of this guy outside because he is such an electric runner outside. That's what he does well. You see that move there. It's beautiful. That's what he does. So excellent that makes him such a good running back.
Goes underneath to number 85, 86, 6 for 11, 119 yards, 1 touchdown, and we haven't talked too much about Allen Robinson so far. It was a big offseason acquisition here from the Seattle Seahawks. We talked about on Commissioner Corner Podcast how the Jaguars went with the youth movement and let Allen Robinson go. He found his way into Seattle. I mean, they're 8-6. They're going to make the playoffs. But, man, it feels like the real-life Jimmy Graham situation. He's just not being utilized to the way that we thought he was going to be used.
Yeah, and last year, coming over from the Jaguars, he had 54 receptions, 913 yards, 8 touchdowns. This year, all of those numbers are down. 40 receptions, 763 yards, and only 5 touchdowns. It just does not seem like they know how to get him the ball. Or maybe the Jaguars were right. Maybe he's just aged past the point of being productive.
Always got to notice that as when in doubt, out route doesn't work for the Seattle Seahawks. They're going to be punting here as they approach midfield. And they got stopped again. Great defense there. Great man coverage for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's my question to you, Lip. Allen Robinson, you were quoting his numbers. Oh, that's a flag. You know, he's fair catching. You can't do that. That's dirty. That's a dirty play. That's slide tackling in the box in FIFA. Very dirty play there for the Seattle Seahawks. And I'm seeing a little spice from the Seattle team, and I'm starting to like it.
Yeah, that's something they need, but they don't need the penalties with it. This now gives the Chiefs a little bit of excitement, something to fire the guys up, get ready, and go down and make this a 2-possession game.
Seattle, I think this actually helps Seattle here. I think they're saying, you know what, we're going to hit these dudes even if they fair catch it. Let's play some football here. As an injury on the field, we didn't get to see who it is, but it's not Roberto Wagner, that's for sure. Robert Wagner, if you're just tuning in, you don't know why I'm calling him that. It's because Bobby Wagner is older now. He's more professional. He's suit and tie kind of guy. There's a suit underneath that jersey. And that's why we're calling him Robert. He wants to just be a little bit more professional. He said, Bobby's a boy's name. And I'm not a boy anymore. I'm a man. And he's been playing like one tonight. Little counter play. Oh my gosh. Roberto Wagner got into the backfield and almost made me look so great as I hyped him out, and then the old man hips came out to play, and he just could not make that tackle lift. Did you see him shoot that gap, though? I mean, the finish was bad, but wow.
Of the mind being very sharp, with the body not keeping up right there.
What was
he knows what he's supposed to do, but his limbs just were not keeping up with his mind.
Oh, that's unfortunate there. Man in motion, Tyreek Hill. Watch him on a drag here. No, it's going to be a handoff to the left side, and TJ Logan doing his best non-Trent Richardson impression down to the 47-yard line. 7 carries, 40 yards for TJ Logan, trying to shed that Trent Richardson label. And he's doing a pretty decent job so far. I still need to see a big run or two, and then maybe I'll just drop it completely. But as of right now, it's a little bit better than what I expected for TJ Logan.
Yeah, 147 attempts before this game, 773 yards, 11 touchdowns. But the big thing, an average of 5.3. So I would definitely change my game plan to give this guy the ball a lot more, because he really seems like the bright spot on this offense ever since Truselzik just kind of fell apart in the last couple seasons.
And as you speak of TJ Logan, he goes 1 carry for -1 yards. And Bobby Wagner, formerly known as Bobby Wagner, Robert Wagner, makes a nice play on the ball and a tackle for a loss. 4 tackles on the game to number 54. Probably closer to 54 age than he is to 54 tackles on the season, but he's been phenomenal today. Dropping back for Stelzik, looking over the middle, avoids a hit somehow. They get over top of Wagner. That's all on you, old man. Number 54 has got to make a play there. They put the tight end on a go, a seam up the middle, stepping up. Strzelczyk takes the hit and then finds McDonald over the middle. And did you see Bobby Wagner? The foot speed is obviously not there anymore.
Yeah, that's at least the 3rd big time we've seen that so far, where Wagner's kind of in position and he tries to bait, he tries to do something that he knows in his mind he can do, but we've seen the aging body of Wagner not be able to keep up, and right there gets the Chiefs down inside the red zone.
Here we go, handoff to TJ Logan. Oh, he's got some space. He gets down to the 5. I think he's almost doing everything to not find his way into the end zone, as we get a little buffering right now down to the 4-yard line for TJ, as Sonny says, no gain instead of Logan. And that's where we're at right now. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line here for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that was a walk-in touchdown.
Oh, yeah. I want to see some fight from Logan. I want to see him lower the shoulders, lower the head, lay the boom, get in the end zone. Your team needs it big right now.
Instead, they hand it off to Gore, number 34. He's down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for Kansas City. They're really struggling to try to punch this in. This is probably, and I would say this personally, this is a tough spot to get in, especially if you're running, your offensive line can't get that push to help get your halfback in. Number 34 stays in the game. No TJ Logan. Handoff again. 34's got space. It looks like he's down to the 1. He's not in. Number 98 brings them down at the 1-yard line. Biggest play of the game incoming. Do the Chiefs get in here, Lip?
I feel like that guy, it looks a lot larger and more powerful than he is, because that definitely should have been a touchdown right there. Do they get in on this play? They've got Logan coming out in the backfield. I do not think so.
Give it to Logan. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is going to be handoff up the middle. Is this going to be a fullback? No, it's going to be handoff TJ Logan. Oh, no, Trent Richardson's the hole. He gets in, though. Trent Richardson finds a way. He Trent Richardson that hole like no other. Oh, my gosh. How did he get in there?
The longest and most painful touchdown in NBA Live absolutely has to go to TJ Logan. I'm not surprised, but that was enjoyable.
All right, I might be a little bit behind on the broadcast. I'm going to do a quick refresher with my producer right now to try to get us back on the thing. I'm at 5.6 right now in isolate. 6.4 actually. What are you at? Secrets of the trade being exposed here on the NBL Network. All right, so way ahead of me. Why'd you refresh? Should just left it rolling. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. For the Seattle Seahawks here on the 24-yard line, 20-10. We got some bonus coverage for you. What's the score on the bonus game over there? What do we got on Isolated? Bruce is going to give us a little insight on the game upcoming right now. Shotgun formation. You got Holloway on the right side. He beat his man earlier. I think he's number 84 over there. Looking to the left side, to the right side. No, finds his halfback. Derek Bradford in open space is dangerous. They call him slip and slide down to the 43-yard line. Nice pitch and nice catch here for Seattle.
Now, that's a good thing right there. Seattle needs to utilize Bradford in the passing game because he's so dynamic outside, away from large defenders. He can really make some moves, and if he can catch the ball and do some things, he can be like that Le'Veon Bell kind of back that we talked about.
Here goes Russell Wilson looking to the right side. He's looking for his man again, Derek Bradford. I don't know if that was Bradford out the backfield. I didn't see that one. Actually, that was the man in motion running the drag route, which be wide receiver number 2 for the Seattle Seahawks. They're down 10 points right now. This is a team that's winning the division, Lip, playing against a team playing for its playoff lives. Does that hold any weight in your mind right now as far as who's the better team? Or is this just one of the ones Kansas City just wants it and needs it more right now? So that's why we're seeing an improved play from Kansas City.
I'm kind of confused because Seattle has their division locked up, so they're not really playing for a whole lot, but they're not playing. If they were content, they would run the ball a lot more, in my opinion. They've tried to throw the ball quite a bit, and it has not gone very well. Outside of one play, it has not gone very well for the Seattle Seahawks passing game.
Here we go, 3rd and 12 for the Seattle Seahawks as they approach the line of scrimmage. Russell Wilson, Derek Bradford in the backfield, 3rd and 12. Watch Darboh on the post route. Play action, they roll into that cover 3 again. They find the out route on the left side. Number 15, that's AR-15, Allen Robinson picks it up. The other bonus coverage we have right now is Packers versus Dolphins, and it's 21-17 Packers. We might want to flip over there if something big happens here to Kansas City, as that game, even though it has no importance, Dolphins are in the game. That's important to me. Pricey's in the game, and he's fighting right now, Lip. That's very exciting. 1st and 10. Seattle Seahawks, Bradford. He's going to be running to the flat here. Watch Bradford. They don't like what they see. There it goes. They lob it up again. They're looking for that big bomb again, and they get it. It's Holloway busting a man off. Down to the touchdown. Oh, what a catch. What a play. 2 big, exciting plays for the wide receiver, Holloway. Man, this guy's got some big playmaker ability, and he strikes again, and now it's a 3-point game. We're not going to bonus coverage, Lip.
No. Holloway, 5'10". He's a rookie. He is just, handling these Chiefs all by himself. But the big thing is, even though they've only had 2 good plays, and they've both been Holloway, they're still down 3 points, and the Chiefs are going to get the ball. So my big question is, I don't think that they can strike gold a 3rd time. They're actually going to have to play some real football here, and it starts with their defense.
He's got space. Special teams acting extra special tonight, and they're going to be into the house. Number 27 takes it to the house for Kansas City. Are you kidding me? So it takes a miracle play. As Lip was in the middle of saying he did not believe they could strike gold again with Holloway, who's already caught 2 bombs. They're going to have to do it 4 times. They're going to have to do it again, get another stop and do it again. So you didn't think they could do it 3. What do you think about 4, Lip? Is that something that's possible here?
No, I definitely don't think they do it 4. But the big thing about the Seahawks is I said they won their division. I don't think they're as buttoned up mentally as they need to be to win a game against a team that's playing for their playoff hopes, their playoff dreams, something they've been fighting for seasons. And you see it right there. Special teams was not prepared, and they allowed the Chiefs to fight right back and take another 10-point lead there with a special teams play.
Wow, Tyler Lockett user stumble recovery. It looked like he had something formerly known as the $20 million. Man, big shout out to Bananas all over the stream today. Bananas making plays on and off the scenes. If we go to bonus coverage, we have to go to the Packers versus Dolphins. JY's stream is glitching out. My producer, not realizing that we're just making everything up that we talk about on the fly, now making me read multiple sentences during live broadcast. We'll work on that. We'll fix it. Here we go, looking to the right side. He says, Bombasso City. I'll do it again, Big Daddy. You silly can't do it 3 times. Well, 3rd time's a charm. Allen Robinson, AR-15. Touchdown.
Well,
are you kidding me, Lip?
I'm being made a fool of tonight because now...
Oh, absolutely.
Now I've said they couldn't strike gold 3 times. Then I said they can't strike gold a 4th time. It looks like it's coming up. Just wait. Because this game is out to prove me wrong in everything I say, and a 4th gold strike could be coming your way.
All right, so you basically, so where do you see this game going right now? Honestly, what do you still comfortable with the Chiefs right now? I mean, we've seen 14 points in the last, I believe, 25 seconds of actual gameplay. So how much high scoring can this get, and us to really believe that Draco has an opportunity to really win this game? Because it looks like the Madden gods are thinking otherwise.
Yeah, with the inaccuracies of Chiefs QB, the terrible running of T.J. Logan. I like the star power that the Seahawks have. They have not been doing a whole lot well, but they have the big plays, the splash plays, if you will, going for them in their favor. So I'm switching. I like the Seahawks to finish out this game somehow.
Play action FK quick doesn't work. Not today. And guys, I want to give you guys a little insight to the broadcasting experience right now. So me and Lip are talking back and forth. We're talking about this game, making this up completely as we go. And every time our producer sends us a message, we get a ding, right? And, I mean, if Unisolated was my ex-girlfriend, I would think I just cheated on her because I've been getting dinged like I had done something wrong. And it's all useless information. I haven't really found value in any of it. So big shout out to our producer right now, behind the scenes, pulling the strings, and he also gave me the middle finger in a message to Lip, so I really appreciate that. A nice pass to the right side. Dot to JT, picking up a 2nd and 18 for Strzelczyk. And that's a 1st and 10, 39-yard line here for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Big pickup there on 2nd and 18. Now, you watch Strzelczyk, he moved to the left a couple steps through the whole way to the right. That usually does not work out well, especially for a guy who can't hit the out route. But he does it on the fly to the left, thrown to the right. The Chiefs are still in it.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat talking about game of the year. Captain Planet says he's a member in the grid right now, working his way up. I believe he's in the top 5 as well. If he's not, I apologize. He said not game of the year until the unspeakable happens. But I'll tell you what, if it continues at this pace, right, and the unspeakable does happen, something crazy at the end. Man, I don't know how I go away from this game as not being game of the year because this has just been wild in the last minute. And here go the Chiefs. They're still moving the ball. They're fighting for their playoff lives. They're 9-5. Seahawks 8-6. Nothing really to play for other than to say, hey, we're going to spoil your playoff chances just because. And that's what we're doing right now. Nice patience in the pocket. Finds his man on a crossing route. And he hits the ground, number 88. 16 for 22. 248 yards and a touchdown for Strzelczyk. And he finds his man McDonald again. 3 catches for 78 yards. They got a couple receivers I really like on this team. Tyreek Hill, JT McDonald. That's a nice trio to have for any team, and I'm really liking them in that Kansas City red.
Yeah, the big problem there is I saw 2 guys coming across the field wide open. I wasn't sure where the ball was going, but they were both wide open. That's not great for the Seattle Seahawks defense, but that is definitely good for the Chiefs offense here, trying to put up another touchdown.
And nowhere to go and nowhere to throw as the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback goes down. A nice aggressive pass rush put on for the Seattle Seahawks. They sneak it in on that one and get a little pressure to the Chiefs quarterback.
He's got to recognize that there is only one defender on the right side of the field right there. The man coverage, you've got everything going deep down the field. You've got to recognize that, and then you've got to bail out, step up in the pocket, and then get some yards with your feet. You can't just stand there and take a sack, put yourself in a bad position.
I apologize if my latency is a little bit higher than Unisolated. Struggling right now. Strzelczyk fights a man off and only to run into a much bigger man that isn't going to be allowed to fight him off. So they're up 3 right now. A sack there for the Kansas City Chiefs. 3rd and 25, Lip. I've talked screen, screen, screen. That's all I ever say on these 3rd and longs for Kansas City. Maybe it comes to fruition on this 3rd and 25 on their own 39.
Yeah, it's got to be something with the momentum that the Seahawks have been able to fight back with. You've got to come up with something that's not a turnover. Anything other than a turnover is a win for the Chiefs in this position.
Well, how about a dot to Tyreek Hill over the middle of the field, Lib? How do you like that one? I mean, it wasn't a turnover, it wasn't a touchdown, but it was something special as they continue to find their man. The NBL Live broadcast number 217, player to watch, Tyreek Hill, has definitely showed out tonight.
Puts him in a great position. Tyreek Hill only 5'10", coming up with a big catch there. Strzelczyk puts it only where Hill can get it, which is a pretty tough thing to do when your receiver's that small. But now the Chiefs are in a position where they can at least get a field goal and make the Seahawks have to go down and get a touchdown. So I like the position for the Chiefs right now.
The toss to the outside gains a yard, but that big hit at the end, Lip, did you see that? I thought that was the opportunity for Trent Richardson to cough that ball up. And if you're saying, Trent Richardson, what are y'all guys editing names over here? No, that's T.J. Logan, but he plays much like Trent Richardson, though he's having a pretty good game today. I got to give credit where credit's due. Back in that tight set, here comes Strzelczyk as he's dropping back, play action, looking over to the right side, finds number 84, wide open, touchdown, Kansas City, and just like that, there's a pulse in Kansas City, and they're not giving up just yet. 33-24, pending this extra point. And the kick is up and good for Kansas City. 34-24, 10-point game. So Captain Planet was looking for something special. Well, here you go.
The way that the Seahawks played in the first half, I would say 10 points in 3 minutes is undoable, but the way that they just exploded here in the second half, late in the second half, they could be on fire right now, and we could be in for a great finish. So we're going to see what they do whenever they come out here, and Russell Wilson's got to lead a big drive.
And this is the magic that Captain Planet was talking about. We need a score from Seattle quick, then a stop or something to happen for them to get the ball back and score and potentially win this game. And that would make it easily game of the year. But we definitely need to see a response from Seattle here. Russell Wilson looking to the left sides, got some space, finds a screen route to Holloway, who's been their #1 target all game, 11 for 18 for Russell Wilson tonight. Holloway, 3 catches, 112 yards. Actually, his lowest catch of the game. Running a screenplay to the left side, 2nd and 6 for the Seattle Seahawks.
3 catches for 112 yards. That is absolutely impressive. I really did not have this guy very high on my radar, but after tonight, definitely a player to watch moving forward as we go down the stretch here.
And they find Darboh over the middle at the 48, and the clock is ticking, but there was an injury timeout. This is the opportunity where Seattle can just have players start faking injuries to buy themselves a little bit more time, and they actually don't have to burn those timeouts. But right now, Seattle's got the ball 1st and 10. They're on the Kansas City 48-yard line. Big play incoming here for Seattle. Russell Wilson takes it. Blitz is coming. He's got to move, but down goes Russell Wilson. Sacked by Nick James. Big-time play for Kansas City as they send the heat up the middle on the overload 3 show 2. Wow, what a change of events. You get down to the 47, 48-yard line, and you get pushed back to your own 42. Really changes things in perception because you think, Lip, in this situation, maybe get a quick field goal. You still got 3 timeouts. You're still okay. But right now, they're outside of field goal range on the other side of the field. Big problems here for Seattle.
Yeah, so much pressure there came from the left side, just split the tackle and the guard. Guy came in free and caused a lot of problems for Russell Wilson.
Looking for the double move on the left side, and it's not there. A little high and hot for Russell Wilson, but, man, the slot shake didn't really shake anybody. I saw the double move, and it seemed like the defender was like, nah, you're not going outside. You're coming right back inside. Nice play recognition. And once again, we're talking about this Kansas City Chiefs defense and man coverage playing phenomenal so far right now here in Seattle.
It seems pretty fitting to me that the Chiefs would really rely on their defense here to close out this game and put them in that position for the Week 17. Things got to happen for them, but to get into the playoffs, it seems fitting that the defense is going to step up big here.
Dante Fowler Jr. once again going off sides, potentially a pass rush aggressive on here for the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Maybe a smart thing. A lot of people don't think to fake hike it. They get so, enamored with the pressure.
That's not a bad one right there. Now, on 3rd and 1 or whatever it was at the start of the game, that was a bad one. But 3rd and 20, it's not a bad time to risk it. I will say that. Guys,
if you're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, fake hike on 3rd and long.
No, we don't use aggressive. We rely on our skill, not the...
Oh, whoa. Shots fired. If Sonny's tuning in, back to the 39-yard line. They find their man on a cover 1. You don't really think a post route, tight end running a post against cover 1 is probably the greatest throw as you're throwing right into the only zone coverage on the field. But they make the throw, they make the catch. Nice toss there by Russell Wilson there on the 39. 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts. Maybe a field goal here. No, they're going to go for it, Lip. 4th and 1.
That's a tough call. They must really believe in Holloway and hope that he can get another big touchdown for them, skipping this field goal opportunity. Maybe they don't think they can make
the field goal, but they pick it up. They run halfback wham. They pick up the 1st down. Nice run up the middle for Derek Bradford. They're right into a no huddle. Let's see what Russell Wilson is going to do here. Looks like it's going to be a play action, but a man gets free early, but he goes right back to Bradford. Get out of bounds, Bradford. Get out of bounds. And I think he does at the 30-yard line. I didn't like him spinning inside there. He's got to get out of bounds.
Yeah, that's not a smart play. Young halfback right there doesn't know how big this moment is. But once again, Seahawks aren't playing for a whole lot of anything other than just an extra win. Their division's wrapped up. I think their playoff position might be wrapped up. So not a huge amount of glory on the line other than just another win.
Definitely play action here for Russell Wilson, looking over the middle of the field, got wide, overthrown just a little bit to number 84. Man, if he could have just put the burners on a little bit more, might have been a walk-in touchdown there for Russell Wilson. But the good news, they still have 3 timeouts. You say they're not playing for much. I think they're playing for a little momentum. I think this is a team that's been so up and down, struggling. A win right here against a very primed and ready, playoff-able Kansas City Chiefs team would do wonders for the Seattle Seahawks morale heading into the playoffs. Here we go, shotgun formation here for Russell Wilson, looking over the middle of the field, high passes into traffic and doesn't flinch one bit, but has to burn one of those timeouts. I don't like burning that timeout right there, Lip. That to me is not a smart move.
Yeah, it's tough because no matter what happens here, you still have to be able to force the ball, force the Chiefs to, punt the ball back to you. Now you have to rely on a turnover because without a third timeout, they're going to be able to run that clock down pretty far. We'll see what happens here. Maybe they have a strategy, but it's tough with that timeout right there.
Yeah, and if you take a sack, you're going to have to use another one. So I would have just went with the no huddle. Here we go, another play action to Russell Wilson, but he rips it over the middle of the field and right between the offensive player's hands, and the defensive player just holds on just for his life there, holding on to the waistline of number 84, and he just hopes the man drops it, but man, Russell Wilson still got a gun on him.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's better thank one of his backfield members right there. They picked up that blitz, allowed him just to get the ball off. Wasn't complete, but Russell Wilson stays alive to keep this drive going thanks to one of his members in the backfield.
And a swing to the outside. Bradford's got room. It's going to be a touchdown. Derek Bradford, are you kidding me? They only have to still, if they would have used that timeout, Lip, as this extra point's about to go up, and I'm hoping it doesn't get blocked or nothing crazy happens here. No, it does not. 34-31. Seattle's down 3. They're going to go for the onside here. But, man, if they had that extra timeout, it really would change things right now, change the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on this Chiefs offense right now because this doesn't look great for a team that doesn't convincingly do anything on offense. So it's a big question here for the Chiefs.
All right, so you got 2 timeouts. That means the team can, if they don't pick up the first down, they're going to be able to run 40 seconds of game time off the clock. So that's going to put us down 20 seconds, going to put us down to about 42 seconds, I believe, left in this game, give or take a second or two, depending on how it rolls out. I'm really, really concerned that Seattle will be able to do much unless they keep one of those timeouts somehow and Kansas City runs the ball here. I mean, passes the ball here, maybe gets an incomplete pass or something like that.
Yeah, that's a very realistic possibility, but I think that the Chiefs are just going to run the ball. Even with the 2 timeouts that Seattle has, I think the Chiefs are going to be confident that they can kick a field goal and play defense, or just, even punt it and play defense because they believe in their defense.
Very conservative play calling here for Draco and the Kansas City Chiefs. I expect 3 runs in a row because that's what Draco does. He's going to say, hey, if you can beat me with no timeouts left and you can beat me going to full length of the field and scoring 7, then it's all yours. And I think that's how they're going to play it, while other teams who might be pass heavy might decide, hey, this is an opportunity for us to pick up a first down here and end this game. Let's get a little aggressive because they're going to be expecting run. You're not going to get that here with the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Here we go, handoff up the middle again, and nowhere to run here for the Kansas City offense. And the last timeout used here for Seattle, they're only down 3. Kansas City's playoff hopes are on the line. Seattle's playing essentially to play spoiler and maybe get a little confidence heading into NBL Season 31 playoffs.
Yeah, and that's really the big thing. You brought that up, talked about momentum. And that's going to be big because there's going to be some teams that they are going to need momentum against playing like this in the NFC playoffs.
And here we go. They're saying about 35 seconds in the chat is what they're going to have left. So this game's going to come down to the wire. I formation again, expect nothing but a run. It is a stretch, and it looks like they played pass a little bit, but they knock them down. According to NBL rules here, you could go for it, Lip. 4th and 3. If you're Draco, you could say, hey, let's run it one more time, see if we pick up the first down and end this game. Or you can punt it and probably get the difference of about 15 yards and make them go the full 80. But they're going to go for a field goal. They're going to go for the field goal, which we've seen get blocked before. Here's your game of the year moment if they can block this field goal. This is it. Getting the win time down, letting the clock drip all the way down is Kansas City. I'd probably rock it into the penalty. Well, depending on what the win situation is, obviously we can't see it right now as Thompson just trying to go off sides and give them the first down right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're going to burn their last time out here. Second to last time out, 4th and 3, 31 seconds. So you say the ball stays in the air for what? 3 seconds, 4 seconds, let's say max. They're going to get the ball back with about 27 seconds left. Let's say they kick it off short to them. And have about 22 seconds to try to get a touchdown unless they block this field goal. Here we go. 31 seconds left. Game's on the line here for the Seattle Seahawks. We need to see a play. Big time special teams play. Let's go. Let's see if they can do it. Kick is up. Does it have the leg? It does. That's going to be a field goal. 37-31. They're down 6. 27 seconds left. Hey, that's what I said. Did I say 27?
Have we been here before? Have we been with 30 seconds left, Chiefs up, less than a touchdown,
Z-Star.
with a phenomenal wide receiver on the other side? Have we been here before? Because I think we have.
Absolutely. I think the Seattle Seahawks have shown you that they can go deep in one big play, and this might be the opportunity of a lifetime for Holloway. 3 big touchdowns here today could be the fate for this Kansas City team, as I'm getting some big buffering right now, unfortunately. Getting the same thing on isolated. All right, I'm down to 8.2. Here we go. Seattle all spread. They're obviously passing, and it looks like they're in a prevent. This would be a nice time for a screen here, Lip. If they could audible into some kind of screen, when you see 3 high like that, you know it's some kind of quarters, 3 deep. Here we go. Got a man in motion. That's Lockett, the $20 million man. He's got speed. Darba's got speed. Robinson got speed. A lot of speed on this team. Dropping back, looking over the middle of the field. He's going to take a shot here. He finds his man. Get out of bounds. What a dot. What a throw to number 80. Beautiful play. I mean, I don't think you can run a better play than that. Catch it, get out of bounds at the 46. Guys, I hope we're tagging everybody in NBL and Greek, because I think this might happen tonight. The greatest game of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just great stretching of the defense, running underneath of it, and they had that guy locked on the whole entire time. And here we go.
This is what it all comes down to. 1st and 10, 20 seconds left, so you still can throw over the middle of the field. Then you have to hurry up and spike it and hope you can get one. Watch the middle of the field. You got Darba and Holloway. I'd like to see Holloway outside on a streak. A little fake hike. That's going to give him 5 more. Not a good... See, I don't like it there, Lip. I don't like the aggressive there. I don't like you putting anybody closer to midfield, because I've seen so many times at the 50-yard line a quarterback make a pass that gets to the end zone. Okay? That's my issue here. If you can pass into the end zone, it becomes hopefully nothing happens, But I think when they had him at the 42, it would have been short of the end zone, Now I'm kind of worried about it, Lip.
Yeah, because, I mean, 5 yards, I mean, that could take away the opportunity to catch a guy from behind. Now if they catch it in the end zone, that's the game. There's a huge amount of yards right there, even though it's just 5.
Can't take a sack here if you're Russell Wilson. Got to look something. Look at Holloway. He looks like he's one-on-one on the right side. If they can max protect this and get some blocking for Holloway, watch him on the right side if he gets time. Dropping back, waiting. He's going to bullet it down the field. Gives his man an opportunity. Broken up, number 84. Still 14 seconds on the clock. That was a nice one-on-one possession. I don't know what they would have done if they would have caught that. I think they would have been able to get a playoff, but they would have been scrambling.
I'm not sure if he would have been able to catch that and be pushed out of bounds. But if he catches that right there, I think that would have been the game, because I don't think they'd have been able to get down there in time to get another playoff.
Here we go. I expect a sack incoming here for Kansas City. They send a little bit of heat. They got time. Find his man over the middle, and it's dropped. 9 seconds left, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 for Seattle. Maybe an out route here and pick up a 1st down and then go for the end zone. But looks like they're going to go Hail Mary and go for it all right now.
Yeah, the last couple of plays, they've really gone into the middle of the field. They haven't really tried to do anything outside. Kind of questionable there with no timeouts.
I wouldn't throw over the middle there. I would have been looking. I think they had one get a good read, step up in the pocket, and just loft that ball into the end zone. It's going to be another 3 deep possession here. Allen Robinson, Holloway, and Darba all on the right side, and another offsides for Kansas City. I don't like it.
Wow.
They're at the 44 now. This is when things get a little sticky. They get a little nervous here on the defensive side of the ball. You're going to have to turn that aggressive off, Draco, because you give up another 5 yards. It's really serious territory where you're allowing Russell Wilson to not only get into the end zone, but he could high pass it to Allen Robinson still too.
Yeah, and I really liked having A-Rob in the middle there on the right side in the Hail Mary position. We'll see what they go with here, but I really liked where they were going with that. I mean, A-Rob in the middle there, I think that's a good spot to go.
9 seconds left. They flip it on the left side. Robinson, Darba, Holloway. It looks like they just ran this play. We just saw this exact play already. All right, he's dropping back, looking over the middle of the field, looking. He's got his man. He's going X over the top. Does he make the play? No, this is picked off, and that's going to do it for the game as the Seattle Seahawks fall to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs improve to 10-5. Chiefs take on Oakland week 17. And then the Baltimore Ravens take on your Pittsburgh Steelers, Lip, when things could get really interesting for that final 6 seed in the AFC. Now, I think we have another game on bonus coverage. Is that game still close, unisolated? All right, the game just ended over there. The Packers ended up defeating the Miami Dolphins in a thriller, 35-27. We didn't get a chance to flip over that game because this game was so interesting and so good. Lip, who is your NBL Live player of the game for the Kansas City Chiefs? If you're thinking what I'm thinking a little Tyreek Hill.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tyreek Hill was such a good player, such a great player. And what really stands out to me was even with that small frame at 5'10", still going up into the middle of the field, down, making such an athletic catch for a touchdown that they really needed. Whenever we didn't think that they could get it, Tyreek Hill came out to play, caught that touchdown pass, and helped the Chiefs get a victory. One more notch in the belt on the way to a playoff appearance.
Absolutely, and that's going to do it for NBL Live broadcast number 217. The Seahawks fall to 8-7, but they've already clinched their division, and they've already clinched themselves a seat at the table in the playoffs for NBL Season 31. The Chiefs still searching for that playoff seat. They're going to be battling it out with the Ravens. Even though they don't play each other, it's going to come down to Week 17. Ravens taking on the Steelers, as I said earlier, and the Chiefs taking on the Oakland Raiders, who've been balling lately. Broadcast number 217 is in the books. Behind the scenes, pulling the strings was unisolated. Appreciate you every time. Definitely improving with every broadcast. Subtly, a slight improvement. And Lip, thanks for joining me tonight. We'll see you next time on NBL Live. And don't forget, this game will be over on our youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. I'm going to export it right after this game, and it'll be over there for the archives if you want to catch up and watch this game again. Interested tomorrow. Don't forget to check out the Bleacher Report to find out, fellas, Dean's List. Very interesting topic there. The Dean's List is the opposite of the player of the game. It's someone who just didn't do what they were supposed to and arguably taking the blame for why their team lost. But that's going to do it for this episode. We'll see you next time, hopefully with OSU on the call. Guys, thank you for coming out tonight. And don't forget to hit that follow, like, and subscribe button.